it. So just adjusting this, people. Be with you in a minute. It's not perfect by any standards, but it get it the best I can, really. Anyway, welcome to the channel. After the complete cock-up that was yesterday's video, where I started to build up the forks of the Honda CB750F and realised I hadn't painted any of the body parts, so I had to go and clean the airbrush. Now then, I cleaned the airbrush and I did spray the parts again. I'm still not happy with them. The bit I need to do the front forks has come out okay, that's fine. I sprayed these pieces and left them out overnight, but I failed to cover them, and here's a top tip. Especially if you've got a house that attracts a lot of dust, when you leave stuff out after it's been sprayed, I don't know how well you can see this, but basically you'll get little pin pricks of, they look like little pimples, I guess, all over the surface, and the surface will feel quite rough. That, I believe, is dust that has settled on the paint as it's not been completely dry, and has, for want of a better word, made the surface look shit. So what am I going to do? Well, later on today I will probably sandpaper with a fine grit. This one is 1500. I shall probably go over the top of that quickly with that, and then with the 2000, and then with the 2500, and then I will respray it again, and this time cover it up, and hopefully I should end up with a finish more like that one there than this one here. You maybe can't tell, but I can certainly from here that this one's a lot better than that. Bearing in mind they've had no gloss coat, clear coat or anything like that put over them yet. So anyway, let's move on, and let's build up these forks. So we've got these back now. Tidied up the area a bit as well, made it look a bit more presentable. So I don't really like working in mess, but yesterday was certainly messy. So where were we at? It's a simple process, really. I appear to be missing a wheel. Ah, there it is. I was going to say that would be pretty typical now to have got this far and then lost the wheel as well. Then all I'll be left with is a very elaborate unicycle. So anyway, let's see. So we've got the two forks, which I explained I'd used a solution to mask off this area. So looking at the instructions, so I'll need a couple of so this is actually going to screw on, it's going to screw together, so this is going to go there, it's going to go that side, and this one will go this side, like that. Excellent. So they go like that. Let me just pop that down there a second. And that piece is going to go on there. And that piece is going to go there. And it's going to slot in. Bear with me a second, just while I have a close look. Is it me or is there Yes, I see where now. Looking in completely the wrong place. I was looking higher up than I needed to, so that goes over there, like so. And then we're gonna, that clips in on that side, but it doesn't clip in, it just sort of rests in. And that will rest in on that side, like so. Got your little minks fit in. See, it's a perfect fit. Perfect. Now then. How best to do this? I don't want to glue this area here because I think that wheel will turn. Again, yeah, so the wheel rotates smoothly, yeah, so I don't want to glue that, but I'm thinking I may have to glue the front guard on. Now I prefer, if possible, to glue that from underneath so it doesn't leave any unsightly marks on there. And the question is, I can probably glue one like that. So let's get the glue on that. So for this I'm using Tamiya extra thin cement. Crikey, I need some more of this. I thought I ordered some from Mike Jolly, but I can't remember now. I'll have to check with him. Never heard anything more, so maybe I just forgot. So Mike, if you do watch this, I know you're very busy and you can't really watch videos, but if by chance you do watch this, can you check whether I ordered any? Right. So we've got that on one side. Took a little bit of the silver paint but I'm not too worried about that because it's on the inside. Let's find this screw. Screwdriver. Screws are up here. There's only two long ones left, they're both the same size, so either one of them will do. Out you come. I've just cut my nails, so it sounds a bit girly when I put it like that, but absolute pain when trying to pick up things like this. When you've got short nails, I hate long nails. Totally irrelevant to what I'm doing, but just waffling. That's going to be serviced brake. So now I wonder if I can get that on. So oh dear, he's not got a very good the ideal solution would obviously be for me to give that time to dry now on that side at least, because it's straight and square and everything. But obviously as I'm making a video we don't have that luxury, so oh dear. I'm going to have to do it a different way because it's not liking this at all. So I may have to change for my stronger cement. So side okay. Now we're going to prop you on some solution on this side. And probably just tuck a bit in there. Excellent. Now then, let's get this screw in. Oh dear, where's my tweezers gone? let you in a minute. You will go. My will is stronger than yours. With hindsight. Right, so we've got the screw halfway through. So if you're doing this, remember to thread it in from the one fork has a larger diameter hole at the bottom than the other. So obviously that's the side you push your screw in from, and then as it enters the other side, that's when it will bite into the plastic and start to sorry if I keep wandering out the screen. I'm not used to doing this on the video. I have to remember to be here and might like be in this position, whereas I normally sit back and come here, or lean close and come here so that I can see close up. As I have very poor eyesight, I also am gifted with the ability to see things very, very close up. Anybody who's got poor eyesight will know exactly what I'm on about. Don't want the screwdriver to slip too much, because it will take chunks off the paint that I've says until it turns freely. Well, turning freely is not something it's doing at the moment, so I've obviously tightened it up too much. Let's slacken that off again. Right, I don't want it to turn too freely. Okay, I want to get this bracket on here because it's going to act as a brace, I think, to hold these two forks in on this mudguard. So got that L shape coming out and up. Always use these as a reference. Look how the piece is aligned on the instructions, and then you can't go wrong. So it's flat aluminium, it's already been pre-painted by me, and then that's obviously going to clip in there on that side and that side there. And that will probably need a dribble of glue. just to hold it. Maybe a dribble of glue just on the outsides of them. So we're obviously going to be a bit like that. So let's get some glue on the important joins in this. Now then, nearly made my first error there because I haven't de-chromed these. This stuff is not really going to work on this join here. So for that I'm going to need some super glue. Now I've tried various types of super glue. I do believe you get what you pay for when it comes to super glue. I have got loads of these lying around. Somebody gave me a model to build and they basically built it with this and they wanted me to finish it. On plastic, yeah, I guess it's okay. Fortunately it's not as strong as something like Loctite. And you normally buy these, I don't know, there's something like 100,000 for 20p, something like that. But they're not very good. And the other thing I recommend you buy if you're using this, because you will need this when it comes to putting on these hoses and for the engines and cables and that, because they won't stay on otherwise. And you will need these, but they're a bit finicky, and because the glue doesn't set straight away, it's not as super as it makes out. Highly recommend buying this. This stuff is amazing. You can get it on Amazon, you can get it on eBay. Just look around because it can be expensive and people will try and rip you off with stuff like this on postage and whatever. I reckon you should be looking at somewhere around £7 for a tin like this, maybe a little bit less. I can't remember. I think I paid £3-4 quid actually. So 7, definitely no more than 7. You can get branded ones, which are about 11. It all depends on, is it an aerosol, is it a pump, and you know, lots of different factors. So I think the small pump ones that are named, and they're quite a good name, they're in the region of £11 if I remember correctly. But anyway, basically all this does is you put this on, and the minute you spray that on, it activates the glue. So it's sort of like, it gives the super glue much more super, if that makes any sense at all. So basically I'm just going to drizzle a small amount . Not going to drizzle anything because the nozzle's blocked, which happens quite frequently on this. So I just need to cut away the glue that's dried on the top. There. Now I don't need to use the activator on this because it's not something that I need bonding instantly, so I'm just going to leave that as is to go off on its own. The join down there looks strong enough now, looks like it's starting to go off on the side of the mud guard. So I reckon I'm okay to leave that now. I'm a slow builder. I don't knock out lots and lots of models. I do have quite severe back problems, so I can't sit for very long. Also an amputee, so I can't stand for very long either, so it leads for an interesting life. Now then, so what have we got left to do on the fork? So we've got the horn, we've got the horn, and we've got these two indicators to put on. I want to pop these indicators on now because I'm a little bit concerned that I haven't left enough space for them on that. So we're on the back of the Ellis, that's interesting. So they're going to go again, these will require gluing, obviously. The super glue is still wet, as it were. Right, yes, the super glue is still. So we're going to have to, we may need to use the activator for this time. Let me get some tweezers together. So basically, I just want to see if that actually clamps out, if that clips on there, or if that's just going to keep falling off the minute I see. So that's probably, I never remembered to, I didn't number them when I took them off. So that points down, but if the forks are leaning back, lean back on this. Yes, they do. So that could be the right way. if I put them on that way, then they're going to lean up. And that is definitely not right. So yes, they go on that way. Right. So here we go. This is how this works. Normally, if I've stuck and I'm all fingers and thumbs and I need another pair of hands, I normally enlist the aid of Angela, but she's just gone to the hospital. A little dab on there. I'll put one over there. Again, it's already been painted. Pop that on there, might not need it after all. Ooh. You need a bit more on that. That side's gone on okay. Let's put that on there. And then quickly just give them a clamp. Make sure that they're pushed home against each of the surfaces that we want it. And there we go. That's the indicator stems on. Now I don't really want to lay that down on its side because they're not quite ready yet, I don't think. It is quick to go off, but I'm not going to put the front glass on yet because I've got to spray over all of this with a clear coat. And the horn is left to go on, has some vinyl tubing added to it. Now then, there is some small detail painting that needs doing on the horn. I would much prefer to get that done before it goes on. Before it goes on the front forks, so I will do that after the video because nobody wants to watch me detail painting. It's horrendous. And the final part for this session is going to be the top handlebars, I guess, and they just pop on there. And again, because it's already chromed, I could scratch the chrome off actually and use the... That would be the sensible approach. Scratch the chrome off and use the cement. suppose this is another reason really for the removing of the chrome, so you don't have to do this, but as I said in yesterday's video, I only just discovered the wonders of metallizer. I say I've only just discovered, I haven't yet bought any, but I will be purchasing some, and once I get some, my next bike model shall be au naturel, I guess. There will be no artificial chrome on it, which would be quite a challenge for me. Right, so let's try and get some pop them on that, and then I'm going to leave that. Now I've got some pain in my back already after just such a brief time, but there we have it. The forks are together. Not sure what the next part's going to be, what we'll tackle next, but if we just have a quick look, it's oh yeah, we're going to be doing the rear, the front odometer, the front light, which I've already got these out, and then the rear lights. Excellent. So anyway, we'll leave it at that for now. Thanks for watching. I'm Sprue Surgeon, also known as Photomorph, and again, please subscribe, like the video, thumbs up, all that jazz, and thanks for watching, and we'll be back with the next part fairly soon. Bye for now.